fresh garden stuff.
Yes, it is.
This is Carolyn Sloan. Thanks for coming to our kitchen today. You live right down the road.
I do.
We've been friends for 2,600 years.
Yes.
And I want to ask you something. You're probably not going to know the answer to this. Guess what happened in this kitchen almost 3 years ago?
I don't know.
Tim Farmer's Country Kitchen was born.
Really?
Right here, we started thinking about it. We started videoing some stuff inside 3 years ago, this time of year.
Excellent.
During the harvest season.
So all the wonderful veggies
All
started the show.
You know, and the thing is, you're a good cook. So today, as I'm looking, when I see black beans and corn going into salsa,
Yes.
I'm instantly fired up because I love corn and I mean, that's a meal.
Yeah.
Tell us what you do.
Well, this is a modified recipe from several that I had found, and no one recipe did the trick for me. So I took parts of several recipes that I liked and added some stuff of my own and made my own corn salsa.
We're not canning this.
No, we are not canning
This
this.
is straight for consumption.
Yes.
From
We put
the
it in
cutting
the bowl
board.
and we eat it immediately.
That's what I'm talking about right there.
So that works out great
Well,
for
I'm
us.
gonna shut my mouth and watch you do what you do. Tell me where you start.
The first thing we're going to do is I'm going to take some kosher salt
All right.
and half a teaspoon, and I'm going to put that in our boiling water, which is going to boil our corn at the last part of the process. So I'm going to move my corn over here and get ready, and the first thing we're going to do is take our poblano pepper.
Now, did you grow that?
I did not grow this one, but from now on I'm going to.
You like those?
This is new for me, and these are delicious. I love them. So we're going to take part of this pepper and we're going to seed it. We'll put that over here.
Are the seeds hot on this?
I don't know. I haven't tried the seeds yet, so I'm not sure if they're hot or not, but it said seed the peppers in the recipe, so that's what I did. And I'm just going to chop it up, and I'm going to take about half of it, not the whole pepper. I guess if you really like pepper, you could. And several recipes call for different kinds of peppers. This one just happened to be something I wanted to try, and I've put it in several other things since I found it. A lot of the stuff that we have tonight for the salsa has come from my garden. I have cilantro in my garden, but it's not ripe yet. It's not grown enough to use for this recipe.
You know, that's the thing about any kind of basil, oregano, cilantro. It's not hard to keep and maintain. It's pretty easy. You can do it on your back porch, really.
Yeah,
And
easy.
man, when that's fresh, when that's just popping right out of the backyard or back porch, you can't
Oh, and
beat
it smells great.
Oh, yeah.
When you bring it in the house, it just smells like something you want to have in your food and eat. I do not like the stems in my cilantro, so I try to use the top part with mostly leaves because that's the most flavorful part for me.
That's obviously one of the essential ingredients
Yes.
to salsa is good fresh cilantro.
The recipe that I went by initially called for about 2 tablespoons of cilantro. I like more.
You said
So I add extra cilantro. The third thing we're putting in is a red onion, and this one did come from my garden.
all right.
And we're gonna do a small red onion, a whole one, chopped up. So they don't have to be chopped up too fine.
I've been such in the mindset here lately, everything that anybody talks about, I've been thinking canning. So when your husband Tim said, oh, she's making some salsa, I thought she's canning it. But when he said, no, this is fresh for the table, I thought, oh, wow, we gotta get this on like
Yeah.
pronto.
This, the next thing we're putting in is tomatoes, and I like these small firm tomatoes for this recipe because they hold together a little bit better. They're not as juicy and wet as the larger tomatoes, so they keep your salsa a little more compact.
Now you think about the vitamin C and all the vitamins in this right here. You're talking, until you bring the chips in, we're pretty healthy over here.
I like everything to be about bite size so that when you take a bite, everything's about the same size and all kind of goes together. All right, I think we have enough tomatoes. And then we're gonna add some jalapenos. The recipe said 1 small jalapeno, but I cheated and I am doing a jar of already sliced jalapenos. And I do about, I don't know, 2 tablespoons maybe.
And you know what? I like that consistency right there with the jalapenos. I use those all the time.
So
you
this
say
is,
you're cheating, but I cheat.
Well,
I do that all the time.
This is the only thing that's not fresh besides the beans. So we're gonna put those in. And now we can add the beans. And I do about a cup, maybe a half a can of black beans because my husband likes them. So we chose to put black beans in ours. You do not have to do that. And then we're gonna do a little bit, I think it's 2 tablespoons, 3 tablespoons of olive oil, half teaspoon of sugar, and then a half teaspoon of salt. And while we're putting in, while I'm slicing the lime, I'm gonna go ahead and put my corn in the pot to boil. It only needs to boil for about 2 to 3 minutes. You want it very crunchy, tender. And then while that's boiling, we're gonna slice the lime. It ends up being about 2 tablespoons, I think. So I'm gonna put my tablespoon here. And we'll mix it all up. I like to mix it by hand because I like to get the right consistency. We need 1 more minute on our corn, and then we're going to slice it off the cob and add the corn to the bowl.
So what are you gonna call this? Gotta have a name.
Sloan's corn salsa.
Sloan's salsa. Sloan's corn salsa. I like it.
There you go.
Did you see my Shawnee wear from the 40s and 50s?
I did. I like it.
Isn't that cool? Mm-hmm. Doesn't that display that
That
well?
looks awesome.
Isn't that pretty?
I love it. Very attractive.
Cilantro comes out first. Mm-hmm. Ooh, I got a piece of that pepper. That's good.
Yep, the pepper's good.
Then everything else works its way in the sugars over the corn and the beans. Oh my gosh. That's perfect.
All right.
Perfect. So I could eat that over ice cream.
I don't like it that well.
I'm gonna take a great big bite now.
All right, great big bite.
That's summertime sweetness right there. Thank you so much. That's delicious.
You're very welcome. It was
I'd give
fun.
it 2 thumbs up if I could. Hang on.
All right. Thank you.